Yuba River Charter School is creating and building a legacy. We are the first publicly funded Waldorf charter school to be established in the United States. And now we are building the first publicly funded Waldorf charter campus in this country. Once again, Yuba River Charter School is reaffirming its position as the pioneer and model for public charter education. We have yet to secure adequate funding to provide our school with the financial means to build the campus we envision. A magnificent school that is a model of sustainable and renewable energy practices and is a place for our children to be nurtured and grow with beauty and ease. We invite you to learn about our education and our amazing opportunity. We invite you to join in our endeavor as we continue our great successes in educating the whole child for the whole world. Yuba River Charter School began in 1994. Until 1994, Waldorf education was only available in the United States to families and students who could attend a tuition-based private Waldorf school. Only those families with the financial means could afford to receive a Waldorf education. Since 1994, over 50 Waldorf charter schools have been established, following in our footsteps. We are the leader in an educational movement that our country and the world desperately needs now.
One of the things I love about Waldorf education is that we talk about it being for the whole child and teaching to their head, heart, and hands. And in some ways it's such a cliche among Waldorf parents and teachers to say that and to hear it all the time, but it is so true, and it's why we're all here. This whole education was created with the idea that children could love to learn, to create this foundation that children would grow into just the experience of really wanting to get more and more out of life.
Our students are encouraged to ask questions, to seek creative solutions, to challenge themselves and challenge their instructors. Faculty and students distinguish between memorizing something for a test and truly knowing their subject of study. Learning occurs simultaneously at the cognitive and physical levels. Our students integrate all of their learning into the arts, including math and sciences. In each grade, they learn and express through poetry, literature, music, and performing arts, which brings learning to life. The results are brilliant, well-rounded, confident children who express themselves authentically in the world. Our education sees our children for who they really are, beautiful, complete beings, to be embraced for all of their unique gifts. To be taught in an environment and learning space where they can joyfully and naturally discover and develop themselves is a crucial component of the Waldorf experience.
One of the things that I really enjoy being around is the experience of watching the teachers, and they really look at their role not as just to impart knowledge to the children, but also to create an environment that allows each child to blossom in their own way, to really follow their own path. And that is a huge job, to not have everyone look the same and act the same, but to hold this space for the entire class to get what they need, but yet each individual to follow their own path.
So, myth, conclusion. Work on those things. Otherwise, really nice writing. Really nice and neat, too. Good work. And spelling. Hardly any spelling mistakes. Nice work.
Our school has graduated hundreds of young adults who have made great strides in the world, working as medics in Bulgaria, tutors in Nepal, language instructors and caregivers in Vietnam, as well as accomplished professional musicians, successful graphic artists, and international entrepreneurs. While our school has flourished and continues to grow strongly, we are also at the crossroads of another immense pioneering opportunity. Up until now, Yuba River Charter School has existed without the benefit of a permanent facility.
In 20 years, we are now at our third campus, and it's been quite a while that there have been efforts going in different directions at times to find a home that will be a permanent home. And it is something that has taken a lot of energy because we never know where we're going to be when the lease ends. And at our previous location, we were spending $250,000 for rent every year. And for a charter school, that money has to come out of the funds that would normally go into the classroom.
We at Yuba River Charter School have been embarking on a building campaign for our new campus in Grass Valley. And this is a process that began in 2007 when we wrote a bond measure application to the state of California. And in 2008, we were awarded $8.5 million to build a new school. And that was through Measure 1D funding. And Measure 1D is only for new school construction and not for renovating an existing campus. So we spent about 12 months looking throughout Nevada County for properties that would be suitable for a school. And we finally found this incredible piece of land in Grass Valley that's sort of a bowl-shaped, beautifully held, tall, historic treed site of 8.5 acres. And when we first looked at it, I remember thinking this is just a perfect site if only there were space for play fields, or if only there were another couple acres for a farm site. And a short time later, the real estate agent called me back and said, it turns out the neighboring property is for sale. So we went and looked at it, and through a generous donation, we were able to buy the neighboring site, and then we waited 2 years for state funding to come. So we were able to close on that 13-acre site, and now we've been able to hire the architects to design a site for our Waldorf program. And what we found with that $8.5 million budget in this project is that California public schools today are typically built on asphalt with modular buildings. And so when you get that kind of baseline design, you really have a hard time introducing the imaginative qualities of Waldorf education. All of those qualities that we want our children to be educated in isn't really the funding model that's used in the typical California public school, largely because we're also in a recession and funding's limited. So what we've done is we've designed a school that can meet the state budget on the acreage. And it's an $8.5 million school, and we decided to take a step back from that for a moment and think about what would that site really look like if we had additional money. So what would a 15-year life durability modular look like if it could be a stick frame kindergarten, if it had hardwood floors, if it had a steel frame so that windows could ornate an entire side of the structure.
Energy efficiency and sustainability are not only priorities for building our new school, they are essential to the ethic of our school community and to being good stewards of the land we will inhabit. Green building practices, the ability to use solar and sun power, and water reclamation are inherent to our vision and are critical to the health and longevity of our school and the future of our planet. We are building an amazing campus and look to build with forethought and sensibility for the future.
What we're in the process of designing for the school is a 24,000 square foot building consisting of 3 separate areas. This admin building consists of 2 separate buildings, one office and administration functions, another communal and resource library, and those other assets. In front of me, approximately 40 feet, is the beginning of the 1 through 8 classroom facilities. We're currently sitting in the lower portion of the 8.5 acres. To my right here and to the west, from approximately those pine trees all the way down to just short of this oak grove to our left would be the classroom buildings. As you can see, the fence line out here, that's the boundaries of our property. This area above me here currently represents what we have for parking space. The goal is to have the opportunity to purchase the land beyond that fence and out to Adams Avenue. The opportunity to have that additional Adams space is of great value to not only the safety, the parking, the accessibility of the site, but also the cost of the buildings.
Other Waldorf charters really look to our school as a model for how to integrate their curriculum into the public sector. And now we have the opportunity as a school to have our architectural design and our imagination of how to integrate the Waldorf curriculum into a building project be another example to the nation for how this can be done through a Waldorf program. And what we're trying to do with state funding is to buy the land and build a school, and we have the opportunity now to take gift money from parents, from the community, from foundations, to turn that state-run school into a beautiful example for all of the nation, so that when people come to visit Yuba River Charter School, they can go back to other states, to other communities, and see this is a school with a working farm, with multiple kindergarten classrooms, with a middle school program with science opportunities and a library with bookshelves, to have solar power, to have a living roof on our lower grades classrooms in kindergarten, to have an administration building and community work site where the community can really enter in and gather and collect around a cooperative schooling model that a charter school is.
With a small community, it's pretty tough to raise really big dollars, especially when our school community, about 44% of our school community qualifies for the federal lunch program. So we're looking at, you know, a population where we're not going to be able to raise millions of dollars within just our school community, and that's why we're reaching outside our area and across the country to raise money for our school. What does this mean to you to help our school to build a beautiful campus? It means helping the first public Waldorf school that was ever initiated to have its own campus. And it will mean a place that is beautiful, that we will have forever. There will be a home for this school. We won't have to keep changing locations or wondering when our lease is up where the school will be the next time. And your contributions now can help us know that we can create the school that we all envision.
Thank you so much for supporting our building project here at Yuba River Charter School, where we're trying to build the first publicly funded Waldorf charter school in the nation. And your support and the investment in the future of this school is so crucial now, where we're almost there. We have the state funding and we're just trying to reach our goals and vision. And we appreciate you and your support of those goals and visions for making our dream of a new campus a reality.